Hello and welcome to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how you can create a blue eyeshadow look using the Too Faced Pretty Rich palette. I'm excited because this is a requested tutorial, so thank you Val for sending in your request for a blue eyeshadow look from this palette. I am also equally obsessed with this palette, so I'm just really excited to be able to show you how I created this look. My goal today was to give you something that was very wearable. I didn't want you to have something too extreme since that is blue eyeshadow. I feel like you really have to find a balance on how to incorporate that into your entire look. Now, if you're just taking like a shot of your eye and you're posting that onto Instagram, it might look fantastic, but if you see that person walking down the street or in the mall or on a date, you might take a second look and not a good second look. So my goal today was to kind of show you how you can really use beautiful, bright, bold colors and play with them and have fun with them and not be shy. So this is my recommendation on how to incorporate a bold, beautiful blue into your eyeshadow look. Without further ado, let's get started and I will show you step by step how I created this eyeshadow look. Since I'm using a Too Faced palette, I want to reach in and use the Born This Way foundation. I'm using Warm Nude. This foundation is medium to heavy coverage, so I have actually found a great solution for that to make sure that this goes on really well and looks beautiful and not too cakey. So I've already gone through my entire skincare process and I'm going to link that video for you now so that if you want to look and see how I prep my skin before makeup application, you can do so. Now before applying the foundation, I'm going to apply the Rose Hip Oil. This is really going to make the foundation sit very nicely over my skin. I'm only using about 2 to 3 drops of this. And I just want to press this over what I already have on, which is my moisturizer. And my primer today is going to be the Laura Mercier Foundation Primer. And to apply this foundation, I'm going to be using the Mint Pear Flat Top Kabuki, and I'm going to use about 2 full pumps of this foundation. And for under eye concealer, I'm going to use the Tarte Shape Tape in Fair Neutral. And I'm just going to blend that in with the same flat top kabuki brush. And to set everything in place, I'm reaching in for the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. And I'm just taking the large powder brush by Mint Pear, and I'm going to apply this all over my face. Now to warm everything up, I'm reaching in to my favorite Urban Decay Quad palette, and I just love this palette so much because everything is matte other than the shimmer highlight. So I feel like I can get so many great looks with this palette. I'm using the Precision highlighter and I'm just going to go in for a little bit of the bronzer here. And then for blush, I'm going to reach into the more raspberry, since we are going with a blue eyeshadow today. I don't want it to be too bright, so I'm going with the more subtle, deeper raspberry blush. I'm going to take a crease blend and I'm going to reach into Now's the Time highlighter. Now to prep my eyelids for the eyeshadow, I'm going to reach into the NARS eyeshadow primer, Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base by NARS. And to blend that out, I'm going to be using the Angled Flat Precision. Alright, so we're going to dive into this beautiful palette. I love this palette so much. So as you can see, we have some beautiful neutral colors, and you can see the blue is popping out right there at the bottom. So this is going to be our main centerpiece for today's look, and I'm going to show you how you can use this palette to create a beautiful blue eyeshadow look with also including a lot of these other colors. I think it's the worst when you buy a palette and you don't use all of the colors. I always try to incorporate all of the colors in at least one look so that I can feel like I'm getting the most out of the palette. So I'm excited to show you how you can really get a beautiful, totally different look using the blue out of this palette. To start the look, I'm going to take the Stiff Shader from the 7-piece set, and I want to start with a neutral color, of course. I want to take this color up here, which is It's Designer, and I want to pack this right underneath my brow bone. I think what's most valuable about today's tutorial is that I'm going to show you how to create a look that you can really change and use different centerpiece colors for. So if you don't necessarily want to do this look with blue, you could replace that centerpiece color and maybe use like a purple, or use a rose gold, or use a beautiful neutral sparkly shimmery color. It doesn't necessarily have to be a blue, but I want to show you how you can kind of build a look and create a look that you can change whatever that theme is for that day, whatever main color that is. Alright, so now we want to warm up that look. So I'm taking a different stiff shader and I'm going to take this beautiful color right here called It's Cashmere. And this one I'm just going to start building this warm color right on my crease. A perfect little halo over the crease. Now if you don't have a really deep crease, you can create a crease by just going towards right above where your eyeball would be. And I really want to pack this color in there before we start blending. Okay, so now I'm going to take a crease blend and I'm just going to blend that transition warm color into the crease. Notice where I'm holding my brush, I'm holding it towards the end, and this is really going to help create the light technique to blend out this color. And I'm using small little circular motions towards the outer edge of my eye. I'm gonna be so honest and let you know that the brush is really going to play a huge part in how great this look is going to look. Just that application and being able to blend in these colors together really comes down to the quality of your makeup brushes. So if that's something you haven't invested in yet, I would definitely recommend saving up and making that a priority, because no matter what eyeshadow you're using, if you're not using a nice high quality brush, you really aren't going to get that professional look that you're trying to get, and you might get really frustrated and think that it's your fault, but really it just comes down to your brushes. So keep that in mind when you are applying eyeshadows. One of my main goals today is to make sure that this look is very wearable, so I want this to be a realistic look for you. I know we see a lot of these fun, bright, colored eyeshadow looks on Instagram and all over the internet, but I want this to really feel like, wow, I can pull that off and I can probably wear that. Maybe if I tone it down a little bit, I could even wear it to work, but definitely you can wear this on a day-to-day basis if it's like a fun night out. I also don't want the difficulty level of this look to be too high. I want this to be something that you can really practice and try no matter what level you are with makeup. So right now I'm just really warming up the crease and I'm setting that canvas to be able to blend in a bright, bold color such as blue, because you don't ever want to just go right over the lid with this bright color without adding in layers and texture and really getting your eyelid prepped and ready to handle and balance out such a bold color. So now to darken up the crease just a little bit more, I'm going to reach up for this Fancy That, which is right here. It's kind of like a mauve. And I just want to warm up the outer part of my crease right here and just deepen that. So I'm just going to go right here, my crease, and just kind of over the end of my lid. And just blend that into the crease just like that. But I'm not going past my eye, as you can see, so I'm just stopping right here where my lash line ends. Now I have wide set eyes, so I'm not going past this part because I feel like my eyes are already really wide. So if your eyes are a little bit closer, you might be able to create a nice cat wing and go kind of past that look, but for my own personal eye shape, I'm keeping that right there to where the end of my lid is. That doesn't mean that I always keep the eyeshadow in that specific perimeter, but for today's look specifically, because it's blue and you want to be really sensitive with it not getting too wild, I don't want it to look like I have a black eye, so I want to keep that in that perimeter. I forgot to do my brows, so I'm going to do my brows really fast. Now I want to take just a little bit of that same color, which is that Fancy That, and I want to pack that just on the outer edge of my lid. Okay, so before we dive into the blue, I just want to go over a few pointers. So with blue eyeshadow, there are so many ways that you can apply that. You can go above your crease, you can go just on your lid, you can go underneath, you can do both. Now I've seen every different way possible, but for today's look specifically, I want to keep it right here on the center of my eyelid so that again it is a wearable look and you can really get comfortable with achieving this look. And then as you get more confident and more comfortable in wearing this bold look, then maybe you can take it down onto the bottom lash line. I would highly recommend keeping it below the crease. I know that's super trendy right now to have that wild, beautiful cat eye, so if you're doing a photo shoot, go for it. But if this is like an everyday makeup look, or especially like a first date, I would say probably save your blue eyeshadow look for like the third or fourth date. And I would keep it below that crease. But that's just me, and you don't have to do what I would do, but that's just what I would do. Now for these beautiful pigmented colors down here, I highly recommend just using your finger to apply these, because if you use a brush, it's gonna just go everywhere and it's not really going to set onto your eyelid the way that you want it to do. So as you can see, I have prepped and set my eye exactly how I want it to look before I reach in for this blue color, because once you get this on here, it's going to be really hard to keep that blue where you want it without it going all over. So set the jewel tone. We're gonna take this on my finger. I'm gonna pack on as much as I can on my finger. And you can see it right here. and we're gonna go for it. So I'm just going to aim right in the center where I have that lightest shade, and I'm just gonna pack this on. Kind of dragging my finger so that it catches on, and I'm keeping that below my crease as much as I can, and I want to get that up into my lash line. I'm just gonna keep that right there in the center as much as I can, as possible. A few things that I love. I haven't blended anything in right now, so don't judge. But I do want to mention that I love how Too Faced incorporated this beautiful blue, but it also has like a bit of a purple in it, because I feel like that's such a natural transition for blue to have a little bit of a purple already built in. So that just makes the step that much easier to create this look, because you don't have to add purple into that. You get that beautiful sunset-esque vibe right away. I also want to comment on how I didn't get a ton of fallout for this bright color. That's amazing. Oh, they did such a great job creating this color that doesn't fall all over the makeup that you just did. Because I'm definitely the type of person that puts my foundation and everything on, obviously, before my look, my eyeshadow look, so that's just me. Okay, so now that we have this blue shade on, this is the tough part. So you're gonna have to take one of your stiff shaders and you're gonna have to sacrifice this, because once you get blue on this, you don't want to reach in for one of your lighter shades and put it somewhere that you didn't want to. So this is gonna be retired after we get done with this part of the look, and then just put it in your wash pile. So what I want to do is I just want to take that edge and just blend it so that I don't have a harsh edge where I applied the blue. And I'm just gonna go right here, but I'm not taking the color up. I'm just blending that edge so that there isn't any harsh line. Can you see how I just blended that right in over my crease? And I'm not blending the color too much down. I was just blending that little edge that was right there. So I'm blending into where the color is instead of down. I'm blending up, and then I'm going just like a rainbow right over the top without going too far up into my crease. And again, I'm blending this into my eyelid, not out. I want to reach into Clutch Your Pearls, and I'm using the curved placement. So Clutch Your Pearls, and I'm going to put this right here in the center of my eye, the inner corner of my eye. Oh my gosh, that just turned pink. Okay, so that was a little a surprise, but here it looks pretty white, right? Like it looks like a pearl. But then when I put it on my face, it went pink. It's still cute. It's just not what I expected. So there's that. This is like a magic color. Are you kidding me? Just totally changed. Now to really bring this eye together, we are going to have to line the lash line underneath and the lash line above. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that, and I'm going to use the Soften and Smudge, and I'm reaching in. Now you have to be so careful with this color because it's pigmented. But I'm going to use the Kohl Under Pressure, and I'm going to take that and I'm going to go over my lash line with that. I really want to make sure that I tap my brush so that I don't have much fallout from this color. And I'm just going to apply this onto my lash line. Right into my lashes. Now we're also going to take that color down onto the bottom lash line, so you have to be uber careful because you don't want to get too much fallout falling down on our cheeks. This is a blue-black color, so I've tapped my brush a few times and I'm just going to take this right underneath my lash line and just press it on with this Soften and Smudge brush. I'm not taking it all the way into my line, but just to where I kind of got to that inner corner where I put that amazing Clutch Your Pearls color. And I'm just going to connect this on the end of my eyeline. Now I'm going to line my inner bottom lash line with the NARS Larger Than Life Long Wear Eyeliner. Okay, now I'm going to curl my lashes. I'm going to prime my lashes with the Lancome Seal Booster Primer. My mascara today is by Lancome as well. It's the Hypnose Drama. And today I'm going to throw in some Ardell Wispy lashes. Okay, now for lips, I want to keep this look pretty neutral, obviously, because we want to balance the look. So if you are going for a bold, beautiful eyeshadow look, I always recommend to balance that out with a neutral look. Today I'm going to line my lips with the Sephora lip liner in shade 28, Sink or Suede. I'm going to reach into some of my Maybelline favorites and I'm going to do the 540 Peach Buff. And on top of that, I'm going to reach in for the 920 Nude Lust, which just gives a little bit more of a shimmery nude look on top of this matte color. And just in the center of my lips, I'm going to use the Tarte H2O Tiki Bar. And here you go, the final and completed look. This is what I would consider a very wearable, very doable blue eyeshadow look, and I hope that you find this an easy tutorial to follow. I would love to know your feedback. Please leave a comment below and let me know if there's anything else you want me to cover or any questions you have on this look. Thank you again, Val, for requesting this look and for watching my videos. I appreciate your support and thank you for subscribing to my channel. Also, make sure that if you haven't yet, hit that notification bell so that you are notified when my new videos hit my channel. And thank you so much for your support. Have a beautiful day and I will see you in my next video. Take care.